Hi everybody and welcome to the Psychic D reading channel. Hope you're all having a wonderful week so far. So collective, how are you doing? And yes, it's very hot, which is why I'm wearing this top. I've got no aircon on because when I switch it on it gets very loud in here, so you know, just bear with me, okay? All right, so this is going to be pick a pile reading. And this is going to be on what makes you unique and powerful. Okay, so what makes you unique and powerful? There's going to be two piles to choose from. I'm going to go through what they look like and, you know, obviously use your intuitive, powerful tool that you possess to go with the pile that you connect with the most. There will be a picture of them on the front cover of this video, okay, but because it is nighttime, the lighting may not do it much justice, so I'm just going to show you quickly what they each look like, and then take your time, pause the video if you need to, and see what you connect with the most. You can go with both piles if none of them connect with you, if that's how you work, okay? It's entirely up to you how you do it. All right, so pile one, we've got the rhodonite, I think that's how you pronounce it, so forgive me, the rhodonite heart crystal, which is very small. I do like these crystals. They're all healing crystals as well, okay? And we've got the golden healer quartz tumble stone. Okay, you may not be able to see it clearly in the light, but hopefully that's enough for you to kind of connect with it. And the cards we have is betrayal. Okay, you don't have to go with the words. You can just have a look at the image and see if the colors or the actual person in the image or whatever it's representing, see what your intuition reads to you. Does it connect with you, or is it saying, look at pile two? And the second card, because two cards came out for pile one, is Wounded Healer number 15. Okay, so that's for pile one. So again, just go with what you intuitively feel. So pile two, we've got the Dalmatian Jasper tumble stone. I really like this stone. This is really beautiful. Okay. And we've also got another heart stone. So this is the hematoid heart crystal. I think that's how you pronounce it. I think that's how you pronounce it. So that's the hematoid heart crystal, or the hematoid. You know what I mean. Just go with what it looks like. If it reads well to you, go with it. And the card that we have for pile two is Seasons. And that's number one. So the thumbnails will be in the description below. That will take you straight to the pile, or if you want to listen to both of them, that's entirely up to you. So take your time, pause the video, have a feel, see what your intuition says, and I will see you at your reading. Okay, see you later. So pile one, hello and welcome. Okay, so you went with the rhodonite heart crystal, the golden healer quartz tumble stone. So those are these two crystals and stones. And you went with the Wounded Healer and Betrayal card. Okay. What I'm seeing, so the question that we're covering is what makes you unique and powerful, and also how do people see you? Okay, so we're going to have a look and see what we can come up with and get a bit of clarity around this. So from looking at these two cards, some of you could be healers. Some of you could have a natural healing power that you possess. Some of you may be very in tune with your claircognizance. You might be able to spot people quite quickly. It's almost like individuals may not be able to pull the wool over your eye. You're very quick with your thinking. That's the kind of energy I'm getting with pile 1. Okay, so before I go into the cards, remember that this is timeless. So as and when you see it, could be relatable to your situation. This is kind of different because it's more about discovering about you. So I'm hoping that this kind of relates to what you possess, or something that you already know. I hope that this reading helps to answer your confirmation or give you a bit of clarity. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to shuffle the cards and then we'll get down with the reading. Okay, so pile 1, let's have a look and see what makes you unique and powerful. So the first card we have is choosing your path, all is possible. Excuse me, sorry. Pile 1, there's something very powerful about you. It's almost like there's a slight rebellious streak to you. It's like you're not afraid. You're quite fearless. You go for what you desire, okay? And you don't let things get in the way. I feel like pile 1, you could be a group that may have, or person that may have gone through quite a few challenges in your time, but you've been persistent. You've persevered, or persevered, I think it's persevered through the challenges. You've just kept focused, you've kept moving forward, and you've not let the obstacles get in your way. You are your own leader. You don't follow the crowd. You pretty much follow your own path. And this is what makes you stand out. You would not be someone that's a follower. It would be people that would follow you. Okay, so this is the kind of energy I'm getting. I'm feeling like pile 1, you're fiercely independent. Finding sanctuary, opening to your spiritual source. Some of you could live like a hermit, okay? Very similar to me. I like my own company. And I feel pile 1, a lot of you enjoy your own company. This is actually where you are at your most powerful, when you're on your own. You like to have people around you, but you find that when you are on your own, you are in your own. It's like that is the time where you're able to recharge, re-energize. You need that time to be alone. You need to have your you time. So you may have or be around friends and family that understand this about you. They may not live that same way as you do, and they may have found it a long time to understand that that is the type of character you are, but they've learned that that is actually what makes you more complete, because they notice that when you come back in through your time of isolation, you're more recharged, you're more balanced, you're more able to give more. And that's another thing. I feel pile 1, you're somebody that does give a lot, but you know when to put boundaries up, or I think this is something you've learnt. I feel a lot of you like to discover yourself. You're not afraid to explore what's underneath the surface, okay? I feel like some of you can be quite spiritual, or you're now coming into that spiritual zone. Some of you could be a bit older as well, so you may have lived your life a bit. So you're now in this place where you want to find a bit more peace and tranquility. Some of you that may be younger, you're wiser than your years. There's something very mature about you, and when people come to you, I think they're quite surprised with your knowledge and your power. They're quite taken back by what you know. Some people could be quite intimidated by this, okay? Surrender into the journey, release control. I feel like you guys know when to just step back with something. You know, I feel some of you are very patient. okay, or you've learnt to become this way. I feel there's the pile one, to the ones I'm reaching out to, you're quite patient. You're very, very patient. You understand the process of the universe and how it works. You know the physics behind it, and you're just rolling with it. It's like if there's some kind of change or disappointment, you pretty much surrender quite quickly, because you know that beneath it all, you're going to be shown why. Okay, so you're quite comfortable. Sorry, I'll zoom in the card a bit, but you're quite comfortable to sit back and allow the universe, sorry, it's a bit of noise outside, the universe to show you. Sorry, I can't stand the noise outside, so I do apologize. But for example, for pile one, you'd just be relaxed with that. You know, you pretty much will go, you know what, that's just the way it is. The noise will go, let me just chill. So pile one might not be me, because I get a little bit impatient now. Maybe I've been living here too long, I don't know. I can't wait to move. But pile one, you understand the dynamics of the universe and timings, and you are quite content to sit back and surrender to the process, because you know clarity is going to be received. All right, this is good. Some of you like to relax. I think some of you like to have a lot of time out. I think pile one, a lot of you are loners. I think you move like a hermit. I feel a lot of you are loners, or this is how people see you. But I think you like your own company. I think you pretty much, this is where you find your balance. You like to have your own space. So I think pile one, a lot of you tend to go on in your own kind of zones, or may go on some lone journeys where, you know, you can just go in nature. Maybe some of you may enjoy going for long walks, and just, you know, just being at one with yourself. Some of you may like to do a lot of meditation to help you zone out, or some of you may like to sleep. Some of you may like to just have your rest, have your sleep. Some of you enjoy sleeping because you find that that is your own time out. You know, there's nobody interfering with you. You've just got that time to sleep, rest your mind. So quite interesting. Okay, so let me shuffle another deck and then see what else is being said. Hey, when it comes to the collective readings, it's random. What can I say? It's random, but as long as it reads some sense to you, that's all that matters. Right, pile one. What are the cards for pile one? What makes pile one unique and powerful? So we've got earth magic. Some of you are healers. Some of you in pile one are healers. Some of you could also be empaths as well. Okay, so I'm getting earth magic. Okay, so some of you could also be earth signs that I'm reaching out to for pile one. But I do feel that some of you are healers. Some of you could be into Reiki or all types of crystals. Some of you could be into there's a term for it, but I can't remember. So it's a bit late for me. So that's why my brain's getting a bit scatty. But you might be into herbs. You might be into making things, okay? Some of you could also be a water sign, or you like to be by water, or it could be that this is where you should be. Okay, maybe water is where you should be, or you should be doing more things, more things involving water. I feel like there could be a connection with you and water. Maybe water is what helps to cleanse you, cleanse your energy. Okay. Some of you, you could be the person in your circle that people go to for advice. They see you as very caring, very sensitive. Okay, you could be someone that picks up on a lot of things, picks up on people's emotions. I feel like for pile 1, you read people quite easily. You can kind of sense their judge of character quite easily. You're pretty sharp with observing people, especially new people that come into the circle. People can't pull the wool over your eyes easily, and I don't think they really can. And they find that very intimidating. They find you very hard to read as well, I'm getting for some of you, and that's because you can read them quite easily, almost see through them like an X-ray. Okay, you can see their heart, you can see what they're feeling, what they're thinking. We've got the balance card. Some of you are seen as the medium in the group, in the sense, and what I mean by that is you are the person that can bring balance to a situation, or you could be somebody that people go to for advice, and because they know that you're going to give them both sides of the spectrum. So it's not, you're not going to, your advice is going to be very non-biased. Okay, so they come to you because they know that what you're going to give them is balance, and they see you as balanced as well. They see you as somebody that's very balanced. You pretty much have, you know, your life together. I think some people wonder how you do it, pile 1, because I think a lot of the things that you've gone through in your time, even up until this point, has been done mainly by yourself. So even though you've got people around you and close encounters that really care about you and they love you, you pretty much had to do a lot of the things you've done on your own. You've pretty much figured a lot of things out on your own. And I think sometimes people wonder how you do it. Okay. Yeah, they see you as somebody wiser than your years, somebody that's very mature, very together. Some of you, whether you're younger or older, they see you more mature than what you are. Some of you could have very young features as well, even if, I don't know if you're in your, you know, I still see young as 40, you know, but I know that obviously with the collective group, the age ranges from 20s onwards, okay? But some of you could be in your 40s or even 30s, but you look young, you look younger. So when you start conversing to anybody that doesn't know you, they're pretty taken back by what you know. They often are confused by your age because I think they assume that when they first see you, they're expecting something different. I don't know. It's almost like your personality doesn't match your looks. I don't know what I'm getting at, but it's a good way though. It's a good way. It's almost like they see you as the complete package. And maybe some of you don't even realize that you project this kind of energy. Some of you have a very strong connection with your higher self, okay? Some of you could be a clairvoyance. You could get a lot of dreams, signs, images through thoughts, through dreams, yeah, through dreams. Or through conversations you're having with people. They just drop something and you can see the spiritual message from when it's nothing really. It's just a normal conversation. That's not easy. That's not an easy thing to do. That's something that's learned. But I think for some of you I'm reaching out to in pile 1, it's a natural born gift. You can just distinguish the spiritual messages from the messages of the flesh. That's something that takes time. It's almost like a muscle that you're building, okay? It's not everybody that possesses that. That's something that's taught and learned. You actually know it. You've actually been born with it, and it's just a natural gift. It's part of your gift. You just know. So for example, somebody could get a message, right? Sorry, I'll just cover this quickly before I go on. Somebody could get a message, right? And it's through their intuition. It's something that there's a warning or something, some kind of warning, right? And they don't listen because they second guess it, because they're like, it couldn't be right, because, you know, why would that happen? You know, I'm not really seeing it around me, so it must be okay. And then what they were intuitively being warned about happens, right? You would know when that's your intuition talking from when that is just nonsense, or just a conversation, or just you overthinking. You will know that, you know the difference. It's an instant thing. You've not had to train yourself. It's something that you have, that's a gift, and you've been able to teach that with others. You've been able to give them signs of when this is occurring, so that they can spot it. So it's almost like you could be seen as a bit of a mentor in certain aspects. I hope this is making sense. We've got the said, no, there is always enough. I feel like pile 1, you're somebody that people admire because you have very minimal. You're not somebody that really needs many things in your life, and you are very grateful. You feel like everything's enough. You appreciate everything around you. You appreciate the people around you. You just appreciate the littlest of things. People don't have to do much, you know. For example, if they're trying to get you a birthday present or something, you're pretty simple with the easiest things, like the things that aren't too costly. Even if someone just took you for a picnic, or just, you know, just said, hey, how you doing, happy birthday, you appreciate that. You know, the littlest of things is what you appreciate more than somebody going out and spending thousands of pounds on something that really is meaningless to you. You like the things that shows people's character, that shows people's energy. That's what you like. You think that means more to you than the materialistic stuff. And that's what I feel with you, pile 1. Okay, so let me get a couple more decks and then we will close pile 1's reading. Okay, but I hope it makes sense anyway. It's really interesting. It's really good, good cards for pile 1. So, let's just have a look. So I'm going to do the Priestess of the Light cards and see what messages come out. Hopefully you guys, the light isn't too distracting, because I know I don't like to film all the time in the evenings, but I've had quite a busy day, so you gotta do what you gotta do, you know. Right, okay, pile 1. What makes you powerful? How do people see you? Okay, let's see. For pile 1, very focused. Yeah, they see you. People see you as like the peacemaker in the group. Yeah, clairvoyance, there we go. Some of you are clairvoyant. Some, oh wow, same kind of cards. Okay, so we've got sacred action, decisive focus. Okay, they see you as very focused. But again, this all ties in with the hermit kind of mode. I feel you are at your most focused when you're on your own. When you're on your own, you're taking your time out, you're isolating yourself from the others. They kind of understand, as they get to know you, they understand that this is something that's essential for you to replenish and recharge your batteries. They understand that because they see you, when you make a return, you are totally different in your energy. Okay, hope that makes sense. And then we've got calm in the waters, peaceful self-regulation. So some of you could be quite connected to water. Okay, you probably have a really good strong link with water as well. Some of you could also be a water sign or earth sign, but I feel like there is a lot of healing elements that you possess with water. So that might be something that you should look into, Part 1. There might be something there, you know, that you can use in your practices. It could be something that water is essential for your making with whatever it is you're trying to heal. It could be that you need water in order to carry out your rituals or to heal others. Maybe sometimes when you're advising people, I don't know why this came in, you may need to drink water or cleanse yourself before you project any advice or any support to others, because it's like a form of cleansing. Or maybe you use water to help you connect with your spirit guides. I feel there is some kind of connection with water, or there's something that if you've not yet discovered, you're going to discover, because we do have the moon card. So maybe this is something you don't yet know, but there is some kind of strong connection you have with water. Okay, maybe some of you need to go on more trips to the sea or to a lake or somewhere where you are close to water, and you may get the messages coming in a lot more clearer. Okay, clairvoyance, inspiration, interpretation, trust. Some of you are clairvoyants. Some of you have a lot of dreams. You have a lot of symbols, numbers brought to you. It could be why you decided to go with Part 1. Maybe the numbers you saw on the card is what helped you to connect to Part 1. Okay, but there is, I was getting with Part 1 that you have a lot of clairvoyance abilities. Okay, so maybe this is something you need to pay attention to. And we've got healing earth, the power to give and receive healing. Yeah, some of you could be natural born healers, could be witches as well, I don't know. But I am getting for Part 1 that there is a lot of abilities that if you have not yet discovered is going to come to surface. Okay, and you're going to be using these in your daily life in many areas, not just for yourself but also for others. So this is really good, Part 1. I think I'm going to leave it there, because I think this is, you know, I think this is pretty much covered what you would need to know. But this is where your power lies. This is where your uniqueness lies. And this is where you shine. And this is what others see about you. And they admire that. They can see that you are your own leader. And you are going to lead by example. So yeah, expect more of these events to come in your path, Part 1. So thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. And if Part 1 didn't resonate, try Part 2, because Part 2 might be more relatable to you. And if not, hope to see you guys again soon. There will be a collective reading uploaded later on this week. Not sure yet what it's going to cover. It may be more in love, but again, I'll let you guys know. Until then, see you soon. Hello, Part 2. Hope you are well. So you went with the Dalmatian Jasper Tumblestone and the hematoid crystal heartstone. Okay, these are what they look like anyway. Okay, And the card is Seasons, which is number 1. So that is for pile 2. Now, some of you could be a magician. Okay, you could possess the traits of a magician. You have the power to manifest things quite easily. Pile 2. This is the kind of energy I'm getting. And I feel like when I look at the Seasons card, okay, it almost is telling me that your powers vary dependent on seasons. So some of you could be at your most powerful in the winter. Some of you could be summer, spring, autumn. It just feels like per season will alter your manifestation in a very different way. So it's almost like you know when is the time to manifest things. Some of you, it could be that maybe summertime is not as strong, so you wait until the winter period to do it. It just feels like that is a power you possess, okay? Or this is something you're going to learn to understand. Very strange, but very true indeed. 1 second. Sorry about that, my phone went off. Okay, so let's just have a look and see what it is for pile 2. Okay, I'm just gonna burn an incense stick as well. See what makes you unique and powerful for pile 2. I'm a little bit hot, guys, all right, because I had to turn off the aircon because it's very loud on the recording, because the mic picks up on a lot of stuff. So yeah, so just ignore my attire. I'm just, you know, hot. Okay, pile 2. What makes you unique and powerful? I just see a lot of magicians in this group. Quite fiery, opposite to pile 1, but let's see. Pile 2, what makes you unique and powerful? Sorry guys, I need the bigger table, I know. Right, okay, so we've got Gates of Triumph. Success expands in your life. I told you, some of you are magicians, you know how to manifest things. You guys have the power to manifest things. You have an idea, you know how to manifest it. You even have an idea as to when to manifest it, when it's going to manifest. Some of you, it could be during the winter season. Transformation, a fresh new way of living emerges. I don't know why I'm getting this autumn, winter. You kind of use the rest of your time or the rest of the seasons to build on this, and then suddenly, bam, it's out there. It's like you're bringing it to light. It's like it's rising from the ashes, okay? You kind of also know how to what's the word I'm looking for? It's not revamp, but you kind of know how to reinvent something. So say, like, for example, you had an idea and it didn't really go as planned. You manifested it, but it didn't go as you anticipated. I feel like part 2, you have that ability where you can actually bring magic to it. You can look at it and go, okay, what is it that it needs in order to bring that vavavoom to to the outside world. What is it that it needs? What do I need to do to bring that magic out? And you guys possess that trait. I feel like with some of you, you could be in a job that does that, specializes in that. So it could be that people come to you to help to bring out these unique traits in an idea or in something. Because they can see that you're very good at doing that. So it's almost like they could bring you something that's very bland and boring, and you just know how to bring a lot of color into it. You just know, you can see the beauty in it and you bring it out. Okay, and that, for some reason, that is what I'm seeing with this transformation card. Some of you know as well how to roll with the punches with change. You're not afraid of change, pile 2. You pretty much welcome change in, because you know it's going to transform you. I think some of you enjoy knowing that you're going to be rising again from the ashes in a more stronger form. So I think in a way you share that kind of thing with pile 1, where you're quite strong on your own. And pile 1 had something similar, like you're your own leader. Okay, you like to lead, you don't like to follow. Okay, so you both kind of share that similar trait. Okay, but I feel with pile 2, you could also be somebody that you have you've learnt from a very small group of people that are very, very highly established. Like they know their trade, or they've been there, they've worn the t-shirt, and they've just it's like they've passed on, that's it, they've passed on their knowledge to you. Okay, and you use that to pass on to others. So yeah, there is something similar. There is something similar where you like to take lead, you like to learn, you're open to learn, and you like to pass on that knowledge to others. Okay. Yeah, I feel like some of you are like that. You just like to pass on. You like to be, I think as well with pile 2, you could be one of these kind of people that likes to help people find their calling. You could be somebody that likes to support someone in change. Okay, you could be someone that people will go to for career advice or just general advice, anything that they feel a bit stuck on. You can actually help them to see the bigger picture. You can get them to see it from the bird's eye view quite easily, or you are very good at problem solving and seeing things that way as well. Okay, you're also somebody that can push people forward. You can push them and encourage them to achieve their goals, ascending the mountain. This is how I see you guys. I see you guys as kind of getting people ready to venture into their own personal journey. So you kind of get them ready, get them started, and then off they go. So we've got narrow pathway, tread thoughtfully. I feel like, again, what makes you unique, pile 2, is that you can see things on a wide perspective. You look at things on a broader horizon that many others don't. You look at the not just the here and now, but to come. Not many people do that. They just want the now. You want what's tomorrow. You can look at things on a wider scale. So when you're making decisions of manifestation, you're making it for a long-term purpose, not just about temporary here and now. Okay. This is what I'm getting for pile 2. Yeah, you help people choose the right path. Some of you as well, I'm getting, some of you could be people that could help some of you could be mediums as well in pile 2. You could be people that can connect with the spiritual realm, and you can help people pass over as well, you know. So you could be in jobs that way where you help them to transition over into the spirit world. Okay, I don't know why I got that, but it's almost like you're there as like the middleman, and you're able to kind of help them, you know, cross over. You help people tap into themselves as well. I feel like you could be somebody that I feel like you're someone that taps into your intuition as well. I feel like but you also force people to do that as well, because I don't think you are in. I think you're more open in pile 1, but there's just something there. Hold on, let me just get a bit more cards and then I'll explain to you what I'm seeing pile 2. You could be somebody that could be seen as very protective. Okay, it's if you was to push anybody out of your circle, pile 2, someone would really feel it, because they feel very cared for and loved when you take them in. You're very particular with who you have around you, and if you really care about them, you take them in. You take them in, you know, you just take them in. You take them in, you look after them, and you show them the ropes. You show them how to equip themselves for life. And it's very, if you was to suddenly have a fallout with them or something went wrong, they would take it very bad, that, you know, because you're somebody that's unique. You're not, it's not everybody that's as caring and as nurturing as you are. So this would be something they would miss. So it could be that I'm looking at the love area when I'm talking about this. It could be that predecessors that have dated you have felt very heartbroken if the, you know, things didn't work with you, because they've not found that same energy in someone else. Okay, you are somebody that is sorely missed if you was to leave their life, or, you know, fall out with them. You would be sorely missed, honestly. This is what I'm getting. I feel like some of you are a lot of fun to be around as well. So we've got passion and pleasure, savor your life. So you could be seen as like the heart of the party, the life of the party with some of you. I'm getting fire sign with some people in this group as well. Okay, but you could be seen as very lively. You're quite sociable as well. This is what I'm getting. I'm getting a different vibe to pile 1. Pile 1 seems like quite a few of you are like hermits, whereas pile 2, you could move a bit that way, but you're more in the social network. Okay, you're more out there, and yeah, I would see you as more kind of in those social circles. Okay, but you do stand out as somebody that people can go to for problem solving, and you manifest things quite easily. Okay, you can manifest a lot of things. Right, what else for pile 2? What else for pile 2? I don't think there's anything. Yeah. Great adventure, take a risk, venture forward. Yeah, I feel a lot of you are magicians in this group. I feel you are go-getters. You go for it. You just take, even if it's a risk, you're going to go for it, and you will manifest it. A lot of the times you succeed. Even if you don't succeed the first time around, you know how to reinvent it. You just know. You know how to reinvent it. That's a good trait to have. Pile 2. What other cards are there? Oh yeah, got this one as well. Okay, let me see. So, how do people see pile 2? Sorry guys, phone went off again. How do people see pile 2? Yeah, you're like the life of the party. They see you as the life of the party, the nurturer. Yeah, you're out there, part 2, okay? So people see you as somebody that has a lot of energy. You've got a lot of magic in you, okay? They see you as somebody that knows how to make things happen. You just seem to, you know, create things and manifest it, and voila, it's out there. It's in the real life world. And when you get it out there, it's very powerful. It has this kind of ripple effect on many others. Because if you look in the picture, the man has the rainbow over him. So this is what you do. You create magic, pile 2. You're a magician. We've got the Kuan Yin, kindness and nurturing. This is how people see you, as very kind, very nurturing. You listen to people as well. And that's another great trait to have. You listen to their needs and their concerns, and you try and show them how to tackle things. Okay, you give them that time, and this is where you have patience with them. Okay, I think pile 1 has more patience than you though. Pile 2, you're quite, you got that fire in you. So I feel like, you know, you want it now. I see a lot of that kind of energy. No more hiding. Yeah, you kind of want it, you want it now. You want it out there. You want it out there. You don't mind being seen. You don't mind. You really don't mind. It's something, it's not an arrogance either. You just don't mind. You know, you like to socialize. You like to, you know, be the life of the party. You like to bring brightness and colors to people's life. So we've got sensitivity as well. So some of you could also be very sensitive. You could be a clairsentient. You could feel a lot of things, okay, in people with their energy, because, you know, this is an energy card I'm seeing as well. So you could be feeling their energies and seeing colors. Some of you could actually see colors in people's energies as well in this group. All right. Okay. So we've got, yeah. Let's see, expand your consciousness. I feel you've got the ability, pile 2, to help people see things on a broader horizon. Okay, you can help people to see things in a bird's eye view. Okay, that is a gift. That is a unique gift as well. Okay, because for you to do that, you possess that trait. You can see it. So the only way you can take them to that place is if you can actually see it from that view. So some of you are able to see things, challenging matters, and look at things in a very non-biased way. And then from that, draw out the solution to the problem. And people come to you for that kind of help. Yeah, probably been through a lot of spiritual transformation, pile 2. People probably know that you are very spiritual. I'm getting as well that some of you may have grown up in a culture and you've changed, you've completely transformed in a different path. Okay, and people that know you have seen this transformation. Okay, and they like it. Some people may not be brave to say it so openly. I don't know whether it's to do with religious factors, but they actually admire that you are very brave and courageous to take that leap of faith, because I don't think some people around you would have the guts to do that. And we got eternal love. Okay, they see you as very loving. They could see you as like the Empress. Okay, very, very nurturing, very caring. Okay, they see you as like the mother or the parent of the group. Okay, and also divine masculine, somebody that, yeah, it feels like they see you as somebody that's very, because when I look at the divine masculine as well, you could be somebody that is very powerful. Okay, they just see you as very powerful. They see you as very strong, brave. Okay, somebody that's very driven. Yeah. I'm just seeing all these cards as magician, somebody that knows how to manifest things, somebody that's a part of a very high regarded spiritual group. Some of you could be a part of a spiritual group, okay, and the people you know this, and they see you on this very high pedestal now. They see you as transformed, and you're kind of in your rhythm, and you're just unstoppable. You know, they see you as very, very, very powerful. Some people could see you, though, as very, for people that don't know or understand your path, they could see it as very scary. Like, you know, almost like you're... Yeah, almost like you're not a witch or anything, or what do they call the male ones? Warlock, is it? Is it warlock? But they see you as quite scary. Some people see you as quite scary with this power. They see it as very supernatural. They can actually see it with you, and some people are intimidated by this, or a little bit fearful of this. They don't see you as evil. They just don't understand that side of you. They're fearful of that. They don't know what extent of power that means for you. Like, you know, like that. Oh God, I'm getting a bit tongue tied here. It's almost like they're stumbled for words. They know there's something powerful about you. They can't put it into words, but yet they know it's there. It's in your face, and they wonder that even though when they're around you, they feel good, they feel very nurtured, they feel like you know, you possess a lot of love and goodness. They often wonder if it's really good. So I don't know if these are people that have questioned your spirituality. They're wondering if it is good because there's been such a transition with you. Okay, so let me finish up with these cards, and then I'll close the reading. So, pile 2. What makes you unique and powerful? I think I'm going to have an early night tonight because I am tired. What makes you unique and powerful, pile 2? Okay, so let's have a look. Let's have a look for pile 2. Pile 2, what makes you unique and powerful? Yeah, see, wisdom, learning, joy, art and music. Again, I'm just seeing this as the magician. Or some of you could be very gifted with music somehow. Could be very gifted with music. But I feel this is manifestation shown in a different way. Okay. Yeah, some of you have definitely gone through a major transformation. They have seen this. People have seen this about you. And I feel it's definitely to do with a change of path you've been on. and it's just completely changed, transformed you into something complete, you know, very, very strong, very powerful, that has left people speechless. That's what I'm reading. That's what I'm reading. Hold on, let's see. Let's shuffle that a bit more. Yeah. Divine Mother, nurturing, compassion, grace. Yep, they see you as very nurturing. Pile 2. Okay, so some of you could possess the Empress trait as well, which in combination with the Magician is very powerful. Somebody that's very caring and loving. Again, it's almost like some of you, when someone has a problem, you listen to them. You're listening. You know, nobody else is important but this person. And they like how you give them that. You're able to focus on them or give them that attention for that moment. Okay? They like this about you. Not many people have that kind of attention. Or that, yeah, that focus. You're somebody that can go with the flow with things quite easily. Okay. Yeah, you're pretty much somebody that can, again, problem solve. You can look at things and go, okay, how do I solve this? How do I sort this out? How do I bring this back into balance? You, again, Magician, you're somebody that can manifest abundance quite easily. And I would go as far as to say, Pile 2, that you've done this for a few others. Whether they've admitted it or not, through your guidance and help, they have managed to manifest their own abundance. Some of you could be the Divine Feminine, or there could be a Divine Feminine and Masculine in Pile 2. Okay, it could be that the Divine Feminine and Masculine in Pile 2 together make a powerful force of the Magician. Okay, so when I'm seeing the Empress and the Magician, it could be that this is the Divine Masculine and Feminine coming together. Okay, so maybe that with Pile 2, there could be some of you that will join, when you join forces with your divine counterpart, you're going to find your calling. Okay, you're going to find what your purpose is. It could be a joint thing. It could be a joint purpose that you're both serving, and you're going to discover this. Okay, so actually let me just shuffle that again. Pile 2, let's have a look. Pile 2, this is unique. Pile 2, okay, Pile 2, yeah, you pretty much, it's almost like you own transformation. You pretty much know how to move and manifest things and just transition with the times. You kind of know how to move with the times of change, like the seasons, you know, like I was saying earlier, that with the seasons, you know, probably winter, autumn is where you're at your most powerful, where you can manifest, whereas summer, spring might be the time that you just need to work and build on things. So you kind of, you've built this kind of program of how to manifest things, okay? And with that, you're rolling with it. And even if there was changes along that which has happened, you know how to roll with those changes, okay? Got opening heart deep and the connections, water, blessings. Okay, so again, I feel like there's a lot of deep connections you have with the people around you. They see you as very open, very caring, very sensitive as well. Clairsentient, I'm picking up a lot on in this group. Okay, somebody that, you know, listens to them. Some of you could be very in tune with your ancestors. This could be a gift that has come from your ancestors, okay, that you're tuning into. So this could, I feel for some of you, for Pile 2, I don't even think you know the full power of what you possess. I think that is still in the making. This is going to make you a lot stronger as well. Right, okay. That's the last, and then I'll close the reading. Soul Radiance. Yeah, again, we got Phoenix Rising. Oh my God. And we got Divine Masculine again. So yeah, there is definitely something. Oh, and at the bottom of the deck, we've also got, yeah, some of you may have this some of you may have this ability, right? You've got the precognition, okay, where you've got visions of the future. This is possibly where you can help people along their career path or their calling, okay? Because you have this vision of something and you're able to kind of help kickstart them into that path. So I feel some of you possess this or will be possessing this. This could be something to come. We've got the Soul Radiance, Phoenix Rising. Yeah, there's something about you, Pile 2, where you're very, very susceptible to change. You just go through, I think most of your life you've been going through major changes, like the Rising Phoenix. Okay, you could now be the Rising Phoenix. You could be the person that comes in and causes change for others. You could be the person that helps people go through transformation. You know, it's just like what I was saying. I think it is Pile 2, where I was saying to you that you may be somebody that can help people transition over from, you know, people that are passing over to the spirit world, and they're in their last months of their life going through into the transition of the afterlife. You might be the person that knows or helps them cross over. Okay, this could be a power you possess. I feel some of you are mediums as well. I think some of you can connect with spirit. I really do. But I do get this feeling that there is another calling, and it's to do with your divine counterpart. And when you both join forces, you're going to discover a purpose that you both need to fulfill. Okay, so Part 2, I hope that makes sense. This is a really interesting read. I hope it resonates. And yeah, some of you are mediums. I think some of you know you can connect with the spirit realm. Or maybe this is something you're going to discover. You may get more messages as well from spirit reaching out to you as you go along. You're gonna start to discover the portal of the spirit realm. I think you're gonna start to see it around you more as you go into more, as you go further in your spiritual path. That side of your psychic ability is going to start to open up. But I think there is something with your divine masculine or feminine that's going to help you unlock something in your abilities or something. And this is what's going to bring you closer to your purpose, because there is a calling that you have, though, that you need to serve, that hasn't yet materialized. So although you know certain parts of your power, which is the magician, manifestation, I don't think you even know the full spectrum of what power you possess, because the magician is a very powerful person, you know, very powerful in the tarot. So, and the magician has all the different you know, tools, weapons, things that the fool can take on in their new journey to explore the new beginning of their life. So if you look at it that way, the magician is very powerful. So you are the magician. You've only probably discovered the cups, the wands. You may not have even discovered the pentacles and the swords, you know, what you can do with those areas. So this is the kind of vibe I'm getting. But like I said, hopefully it resonates or makes sense. So pile 2, this is going to be your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I have really enjoyed this reading. I think it was really good just to learn more about you guys. I love learning about the different abilities that you all possess, okay? Because I feel this is so divinely orchestrated and given, and you know, we should always be trying to learn more about ourselves. That's the Scorpio trait in me. I'm never afraid to go beneath the surface. I always like to learn more about myself, and I think everybody should, because you know, that will enable you to move better in your life. When you come across any challenges, you kind of know exactly who you are, how you deal with things, and if you fail, you try again, you learn more about yourself. So I'm never afraid to explore the good and the bad of myself, okay, because of that. Anyway, enough of me chatting away. Hope you guys have a really good evening. Hope you enjoyed the reading. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please do, because I do other readings, and I will be doing some celebrity readings as well. If not this month, next month. There will be a collective reading uploaded this week as well. So look out for that, guys. Have a fantastic evening. I am going to put my head in the friggin' freezer because it's fucking hot in there. And I'll speak to you guys soon. Take care.